In this podcast episode, Tony Robbins joins to discuss personal growth, mindset around money, and the journey of building wealth. The conversation touches on the importance of hunger and relentlessness in achieving success, the impact of upbringing on financial habits, generational patterns, strategic investing, and how to balance frugality with spending wisely. Tony also shares insights into his philanthropic efforts, health innovations, and the mental frameworks that shape both personal and business life. Tony Robbins emphasizes that success starts with focusing on what you can give rather than what you can get. He explains that people who change successfully share two key traits: hunger for growth and relentlessness to push through obstacles. Hunger drives an insatiable desire to be more, give more, and create more, while relentlessness ensures you keep moving despite challenges. He acknowledges that most people are addicted to certainty and resist change, which is why change is often rare. Our internal world, not external circumstances, ultimately shapes how we feel and respond. A central discussion revolves around the frugality of Tony's co-host Graham, who exhibits a scarcity mentality rooted in upbringing and necessity, contrasting with Tony's perspective on investing in oneself and embracing abundance. Tony advises that being overly frugal can sometimes diminish quality of life and opportunities, especially in business growth. He advocates for spending aligned with values and rules, but encourages generosity and the willingness to invest in experiences and tools that enhance life and productivity. The dynamic between necessity-driven decisions versus possibility-driven ones is explored as a fundamental difference in mindset. Tony explores how childhood experiences, particularly the love and expectations one craves, shape adult behaviors and mental patterns. For example, he's seen in some individuals may stem from early scarcity or family dynamics. Differing parental expectations influence behavior differently, such as financial discipline versus entrepreneurship. Understanding these deep-rooted influences can help explain why people make certain financial and life choices and how they might evolve over time. Robbins shares a framework dividing life into seasons: spring to 21, summer 22 to 42, power stage 43 to 64, and winter 65 plus, each representing different challenges and growth opportunities. The younger years are for learning and identity formation. Middle age is often the most difficult emotionally as people test themselves. The power years bring stability and influence, and later years focus on mentoring and legacy. He parallels this with historical generational cycles, showing how societal moods and challenges repeat every 20 to 25 years, shaping cultural attitudes towards money, success, and personal fulfillment. Tony discusses wealth-building strategies, emphasizing consistent, intelligent investing over speculation. He highlights the importance of diversified portfolios with uncorrelated assets to minimize risks and maximize returns, citing private equity as an underutilized but high-performing asset class now becoming accessible to more people due to recent legislative changes. He stresses that wealth creation is not about luck, but about mastering patterns, recognition, utilization, and eventual creation of opportunities, whether through business ownership or investing. Throughout the conversation, Tony underscores the importance of continuous learning and understanding human psychology, history, and market patterns. Being well-informed helps reduce fear and enables better decision-making. He shares examples of how modeling successful people's strategies and then innovating on them can lead to mastery. Education and self-improvement are the first and best investments one can make, as echoed by Warren Buffett's recognition of public speaking training as critical to his success. Tony talks candidly about his profound commitment to ending human suffering, including feeding billions worldwide and rescuing children from trafficking. He shares harrowing personal experiences working with special forces to infiltrate trafficking operations and the ongoing efforts to rehabilitate survivors. These humanitarian efforts illustrate his belief that the most meaningful success derives from service and contributing to the welfare of others. Robbins explores cutting-edge health technologies, including hormonal therapy, stem cells, peptides, and nanotechnology that could dramatically extend lifespan and quality of life. He mentions collaborations with leading experts and medical centers focused on early disease detection and immune system regeneration. His approach integrates mainstream medicine with spas and luxury well-being retreats, emphasizing proactive health maximization rather than reactive treatment. Despite his vast range of ventures and intensive schedule, Tony explains he manages his energy by engaging in diverse activities that feed his curiosity and serve a purpose. Though he often experiences exhaustion, his different businesses and philanthropic work fuel his passion and motivation. He highlights the significance of having a meaningful life mission to sustain energy through demanding times. The discussion touches on resilience in the face of life's inevitable hardships, such as loss, illness, or financial crisis. Tony describes how near-death experiences and significant challenges test personal strength, but also build emotional immunity. Surviving hard times shifts perspective, clarifies priorities, and deepens gratitude, shaping a more resilient and purposeful existence. A key point is the difference between being a self-employed operator and a business owner. Tony advocates transitioning from doing everything personally to building and leading teams, enabling the business to grow independently. This shift is crucial for scaling wealth and freedom, as trying to control every aspect limits growth and eventually leads to burnout. The podcast explores practical issues arising from contrasting financial mindsets in business and personal partnerships. Tony explains how understanding the neurological and psychological frameworks, metaprograms behind spending and saving behaviors can reduce friction. He suggests gentle influence and opportunities to test small investments as ways to expand comfort zones without forcing sudden change. Tony advises focusing on investing in oneself, pursuing knowledge, and developing skills that provide a competitive advantage. He warns against speculation and quick-win thinking, advocating for disciplined, long-term approaches in entrepreneurship or investing. Embracing generosity, recognizing patterns, and learning from history are key components to sustainable growth. Money and material success alone don't guarantee fulfillment. Tony stresses the importance of finding something you care about more than yourself, whether for impact, relationships, or personal growth. Happiness fluctuates, but meaningful work and contribution bring enduring joy. Managing expectations realistically and getting clear on goals across life domains supports balanced, purposeful living. Throughout the episode, both hosts and Tony share personal stories of setbacks, wins, and transformations, from owning expensive real estate and investments to losing money in speculative trades to the emotional impact of family and relationships. These anecdotes ground the philosophy in real-life experience while illustrating principles of resilience and strategic growth. Tony highlights opportunities like his free annual online seminar, Time to Rise, designed to help people clarify goals and transform limiting beliefs, showing his ongoing commitment to accessible personal development. He encourages listeners to engage with these resources as part of continuous learning and self-mastery.